Good afternoon, Mayfield. It is Thursday, May 16th, and this is sadly my last homework video of the academic school year because this is our last homework of the academic school year. Not our last grade, we're not done working, but next week is MCAP, and I'm not going to give homework, and then after that we're approaching Memorial Day weekend, and I always find Memorial Day a nice time for me to kind of give homework a rest for the year. So this is some MCAP review. Remember, we have Math MCAP on Monday and Tuesday, periods 1 and 2, and then periods 4 and 5. So we're going to do 2 sessions a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, Monday and Tuesday, and then we're done MCAP. Not done school, but we're done MCAP. So here is our last homework for the year. I went to the shoebox, and let's see. Which one is the hardest? If so, can you do it? I do have some thoughts. The first one, and this one I love. Please do number 3, I will be thankful. So I actually think the second part of 3 might be considered the hardest. So we'll do the first one. We'll look at a little bit of number 3, and then I also want to give you a little support getting started with number 4. So, number 1, a box plot. This is something that hopefully you saw at the end of 5th grade. The box plot summarizes the lengths of 12 fish caught in a lake. Which statement about the mean and the median lengths of the fish caught in the lake is true? So, when you're looking at a box plot breaks your information down into quartiles or groups of 25%. So this would be your first 25% of your data, your second 25%, or your halfway point, your third 25%, and then of course where you finish. So this middle point is in a box plot considered your median. If we were to list these 12 numbers in order, least to greatest, and find the number right in the middle, that would be the median. So the median is 28. The mean means we would have to add up each individual length of each of the 12 fish and then divide by 12. This data does not give us each individual length, so we can't find the mean. The median, though, is 28, so you would select answer A. Okay. Number 2 is work on histograms. They're giving you information. They're asking you to choose the correct histogram for that data. We're looking at our length in minutes of the 14 movies at a movie theater. Here's all of the different minutes for those 14 movies. Okay, 3. I don't think part A is so challenging, but let's look at part B. Part A just says write the opposite of negative 4.5. Think about what opposite of a negative is, and then explain how it's related to negative 4.5. The opposite of negative 4.5 and negative 4.5 do have one really big piece of information in common that I hope you talk about in your explanation here. Remember, on MCAP, you're going to have as much room as you want. You'll have a little blue bar here, and you can keep scrolling. Part B, I thought, hey, let's get into this together. Use the number line to think about the location of the number 2. Okay, so there's 2. And a number n, where n is greater than 3. So when I think greater than 3, you know what? I'm going to pick 4. I'm going to make that n. Write an inequality comparing the opposite of 2. Okay, so the opposite of 2 would be negative 2. And the opposite of n, which would be opposite of n, which in my situation, the opposite of n would also be negative 4. So here I have negative 2, here I have negative 4. Inequality. Inequality means I need to have my less than, greater than, or equal to signs. So, less than, look, even kind of points to the left, kind of looks like a crooked L. Greater than, you have your bigger side opening first. So write the inequality comparing the opposite of -2 and the opposite of n. So the opposite of n would be -n. If I look at my number line and I'm thinking about negative numbers, I'm thinking about temperature or elevation, like we were talking about in class, I know that the number, good, you're here, you're going to help me in a little bit, I have a guest to help me out, that the number further to the right is always going to be the larger number. So that means -2 is greater than -n. So there's my inequality. Explain how the number line shows your inequality is correct. So the number line shows -2 is greater than -n since -2 is further right on the number line. Okay. So, special guest, did you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Hassoon Volvo. I came here to do the homework videos for this week.
For the last homework video. Very good. All right, Hassoon. So, we're going to get them started on the volume question. Okay? Do you remember how to find volume of a prism?
I'm pretty sure you multiply a number by each side.
Yes. So length times
Width
times
height.
height. Very good. However, everyone, the problem here is we've got feet and inches. So I gave you a little clue. We're going to first change our feet and inches into just inches. And if there's 12 inches in 1 foot, then Hassoon, what's 2 times 12?
24.
Right, so 24 plus 4. This height is really how many inches?
28.
28 inches for the height. Okay. Ooh, what do you notice about this side?
It's the same.
It's the same, so that's nice. That's also 28 inches for the width. All right, what's 1 foot?
12 inches.
12 inches plus 10 inches.
22 inches.
22 inches. So we're going to have to multiply, and I would literally, in my explanation, say I changed feet 2 inches by multiplying by 12. Then I multiply length times width times height. So what numbers am I going to put in, Hassoon?
28 plus 28 plus 22.
And do we mean plus?
Multiply.
Good. Times 28 times 22. To get, and then you're going to figure that answer out. It does say show your work, so make sure I actually see your work. Some of you just like to give me answers. All right, very good. So we have our median, we have our start, we have our number line. Hassoon helped us start the back. Any shout out you want to give to yourself? Any fun facts about Hassoon?
I like playing video games
You do.
all day.
You do. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, not yet.
Okay. When you do, let me know and I'll subscribe.
Alright.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.